This yet again on the flight out here a couple days ago. At one point, it was so bad, I almost got up and said, okay, who did it? Once is fine, second time, but this is the third time. Who is farting? Oh, my God. Seriously. You guys, you know, people think they can get away with farting because it's an SBD.
I'm trying to remember. Because if I had been on that train, it would have been me, but it wasn't me.
I almost wanted to say, the bathroom's there, go use it, because it's smelling.
You look them in the camera and tell them.
Yeah, no more farting on airplanes, please.
It's not very good. Not airplanes or elevators. It's bad form.
It's just rude.
Yeah.
So that's my question.
So now, your co-star in that wonderful sitcom that you had, Mackenzie Phillips, she has now told the world that she was having consensual sex with her father, John Phillips, for a long time.
It didn't start that way.
And you worked with her. When did you find out that this was happening?
I found out just recently, when right before Mac let everybody else know. And I got to give her, she's an amazingly brave young woman. Because this is, I've known her for such a long time, and I've known how tortured she is, but didn't know why she was so tortured. Yeah. So this explains a lot of behavior in the last 30 years.
You met with her on Oprah, and you talked about this. Have you talked about, since the Oprah, since she talked about it, have you talked with her since, and how's she doing? She's doing amazingly well. The thing I've love about this, even as difficult as it was for her to come out, is I see a lightness in being in her that I've never ever seen. She's letting go of the ghost, the you know, that horrible. So bless her.
Michelle Phillips said she doesn't believe her. What do you think of that?
I'd rather not say.
Well, I can understand what you're thinking now. I can read
as a mother.
Yeah, as a mother. Yeah. As a mother.
I hear you. Let's go to your book, Finding It.
Okay.
And in Finding It, you talk about, you know, how it was to maintain the weight that you lost, how hard it was.
Well, I'm still maintaining it. This is the this is the hard part.
Maintaining is hard.
We were talking about this in the bathroom, peeing next to each other.
Well, how much weight?
A lot of bathroom subjects.
I don't know what it is.
She's that real woman. We know, girl. How much weight have you lost?
I like to keep it at 40. That's my stop point is 132. If I go above 132, then it's dangerous territory.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
5'4", and you weigh now what?
132.
I think I'm around 130. I was when I left. I don't have a scale with me. Right? Well, I used to travel with it.
We went through a whole thing this summer with Cherry trying to lose weight and putting on a bikini and looking great.
Yeah.
And a lot in your book is about wanting to wear a bikini. So now, because there's a commercial, and when the commercial comes up of you in the bikini, right? Are you happy, or are you still struggling with yourself?
Relieved. Really, I struggle every single day.
You look okay?
Well, it's a nice thing to have. To see that at one point in my life I looked that good. Yeah. So that's nice to have. But it's a struggle every day.
Were you glad it was over once you got
hell yes.
the bikini? Because I know when I did mine, and mine wasn't a bikini, I wasn't as brave as you. It was just a regular one-piece bathing suit. And I worked like a dog to get into that bathing suit. But that was one of the hardest things I ever had to do.
Did we just see you in the bikini?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at
Now, did we see you too in your bikini? Did we show that picture? No, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a scared woman.
You look amazing. I mean, Valerie, you were such an inspiration of women. You still are. But how hard did you work to
I worked very hard. In that shot right there, this is, again, 122. I know what weight I am all the time. This is a little scary. I got to let that go.
So you were 122
I was 122 when we shot that. And I knew I wasn't going to stay there because that's just not a realistic weight for me. But I wanted to do it because the camera adds 10 pounds. And I, was going to be on camera in a bikini.
You look very nice.
Thank you. Thanks.
122.
This is, you know, what I'm finding very funny, because I have a son who's 4, and I'm going to have to go through what you're going through with Wolfgang. Now, he took a year off from school last year because he wanted to tour with his dad, Eddie.
Who his dad is.
He wanted to tour with his dad, Eddie Van Halen.
Yeah.
Yes, a band some of you might know.
Now, you know. And he wanted to play in the band with his father. Now, when you look back on this, are you glad that you let Wolfgang go, or do you think you should have kept him home? Because, I mean, touring with a band and Van Halen...
I know, I'm looking at him and how happy he is and how happy his dad is, you know. Yeah, I wish he had stayed home and stayed in school. But I can't deny that he had a really wonderful experience with his father. So who am I?
School?
He's graduated now.
So he did finish.
Say his age, because I know I'm getting older, because I thought you said you let your 4-year-old son go on perfect.
Wolfie's 18.
He's 18.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, cool.
That's a cute
Yeah.
name.
But you know, one of the
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart?
Well, I was almost Amadeus, but we decided Wolfgang's a little bit easier. So
You talk in the book about talking to him about sex, and you finally decided to let his father take over, and I assume his father did. And I think that you said that you thought your son was a virgin. Did you say that?